Welcome to the Stephen Howson football channel. This is where I will take you through everything that I do revolving around football, be it that at Old Trafford or elsewhere. This is where you will get your match previews, your reviews, your football vlogs, your scout reports, your transfer talk, your youth reviews, your documentaries and anything and everything revolving around football. I absolutely love this game. Do me a favour and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
The World Cup is starting very soon and someone is going to come from nowhere to become a brand new household name. Here's the 5 players that we think could be the breakout star of this year's World Cup. Number 5, Casper Dahlberg. Danish talisman Casper Dahlberg has been directly involved in 35 goals in 65 appearances over the last 2 seasons for Ajax. At just 20 years old, Dahlberg is already more than competent at leading the line for the Amsterdam club and could well put himself up for a big money move to one of Europe's elite clubs this summer. Something which seems a question of when rather than if. With Group C lacking real quality other than France, Denmark have a real chance of progressing to the next round. Don't be surprised to see Dahlberg bag a few on the way. Number 4, Emil Forsberg. One of the 2 RB Leipzig players that make our list, Emil Forsberg could well cement his place in the top tier of playmakers if he can replicate his Bundesliga form in Russia. Undoubtedly the most creative asset in the disciplined and patient Sweden side, Forsberg domestically operates as a number 10 and drifts across the front line freely, always with the intent of finding an angle to play in one of Leipzig's 2 strikers or an overlapping fullback. Forsberg can spot a through ball as well as anybody in the world, and he's definitely one of the players who Sweden should be looking to play through. Sweden's game against Germany could be key here. If Forsberg can even come close to unpicking Joachim Löw's backline, Europe's top clubs are sure to come calling. Number 3, Hoon Lozano. Hoon Lozano's stats speak for themselves. The versatile Mexican has been directly involved in 30 goals in all competitions this season, with the large majority coming from either flank. Having helped PSV Eindhoven to another Eredivisie title last season, Lozano may well feel like he's already reached the stage where he's too good to be playing in the Dutch league, and there will be no shortage of interest should he decide to move on. At 22, Lozano is exactly the same age that James Rodriguez was when he burst onto the scene in the 2014 World Cup. Could Lozano's career hit the same heights? It's possible. In the likes of Javier Hernandez and Porto skipper Hector Herrera, Mexico are blessed with experience and talented players, but there's no real competition for Lozano in terms of being Mexico's star man. Scouts from Europe's top teams will be watching with interest. Number 2, Lucas Turia. Of all the players on this list, Lucas Turia is arguably the least likely to stay at his current club over the summer. The dynamic and well-rounded midfielder has established himself as a vital part of the Sampdoria side and could well play a role of equal importance for Uruguay in the World Cup. Aged just 22, Turia's current contract contains a £22 million release clause, meaning that the young player is not only a potential world beater, but a non-risk cheap buy, and his value is undoubtedly going to rise above £22 million. Turia has a huge defensive output, winning the ball an average of 4 times per 90 in the Serie A this season. Should he be able to hit those sorts of numbers on the World Cup stage, he will seem an absolute no-brainer for somebody at 22 million. But number 1 on our list is of course Timo Werner. Leipzig have done well to keep hold of Werner for this long, and some fans will likely be shuddering at the thought of the German performing on the world stage. Werner is commonly agreed to be one of the most exciting forwards, young forwards in the game today. Werner is blessed with phenomenal pace. He's well suited to playing for a counter-attacking side. The big question is whether or not Werner can produce that for a team that has the lion's share of possession and will undoubtedly be faced with a deep, compact defensive line. If so, Werner will surely have a big money move on the table should he want it. He could also be an outside shout for the Golden Boot, given that Germany are almost certain to stay in the tournament until the very end and will undoubtedly create chances. Who do you think will come through as this year's World Cup superstar? Could it be someone we already know? Could it be Rashford, Mbappe, maybe Neymar? Let me know who you think in the comments and we'll see you in the next one. You guys can get to decide which of the shortlist videos we do next actually by commenting below. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here. We've got tons of World Cup content coming out and I'll see you in the next one.